Good afternoon, grade 8. I know we're less than 10 minutes away from dismissal. I'm sure no one's counting. The purpose of today, Ms. Golding and I are just going to share a few important topics that are relevant for all 8th graders and 8th grade families that are coming up. Really important year, really fun year as you close out your middle school experience. One we're going to talk about is a field trip that's upcoming to Boston. Also, a couple events that will help fundraise and raise not money not only for that particular event but other events over the course of the year. And near the end of the year, we celebrate your experiences here with a lot. Different really fun things. So your work and your dedication and kind of what you put forth over the next period of time, next couple months, makes the end of the year that much better. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Golding to highlight some of the topics, and then we'll if there's anybody in the chat who wants to put it in, I will answer those as well.
Hi, everyone. I know there's been an uptick in interest in the Boston trip, partly due to my parents' were communication to your families that Friday, December 1st, is the deadline. It's a unique situation. It's very different than Nature's Classroom. Just to give everybody a little understanding, we either commit to taking one bus or two buses, or even three. So each bus holds 50 students, and so we have to make sure that we have enough students to fill each bus. Otherwise, the price changes and then it gets a little complicated. So right now, we probably have about 30 registration forms. If you are interested in going on the trip, regardless of if I can pay for it now or if I cannot pay for it or I have no idea, you need to turn in one of these like off-white colored registration forms. There's some in the main office. Some teachers have them. All of the forms can be found on the Google Classroom. They were attached to my Note in Parent Square. There's a lot of different ways to get this documentation. If you can print it out at home, we will make more copies. This has to come into one of us by Friday, this coming Friday. There is a box on the bottom that indicates if your family needs financial aid of some sort. And then we can work together with you and your family to discuss payment plans or any of that stuff. So make sure that, like I said, if you are interested, it has to come in. Next week, we're making a decision about how many buses we're taking. And so if we're filled, there won't be just extra spots to decide in January or February if you want to come. You kind of have to make a decision in the next week. And we told you mid-October, so you've had some time to make that decision. Let us know either way. That's number one. Some of you have asked about fundraising opportunities to support the payments associated with the trip. So tomorrow in homeroom, you're going to get this green form. It actually looks like this. It's Krispy Kreme donuts. The class of 2024, which is all of you, is raising these funds. And you can see the description says funds raised will go towards personal expenses associated with field trips. That means whatever money that you raise from this goes directly to almost like a bank account set up for you. It doesn't help everybody. It helps you individually. So Monday, December 11th, you'll turn in any orders you've collected and people will pick them up on Friday, December 15th. In order to order from you, a customer, as you can see listed here, they put their name there, and if they buy a dozen, which is 12 donuts in a box, it costs $20. And while that's a little more than what it would cost to buy a dozen donuts at Dunkin' Donuts or the grocery store, some of that money goes directly towards you. So $10 goes towards purchasing the donuts, and students earn $10 per dozen. So for example, if you sold 5 dozen donuts to 5 different people, you would earn a profit of $50. Like I said earlier in the year, we are planning a 8th grade day out at Quasi at the end of the year, and that trip costs $50. So if you were to sell 5 dozen donuts in the month of December, your trip to Quasi would be paid for in full. So essentially, you would get to go for nothing out of your own family's pocket. If someone would like to make a donation, perhaps they don't want the donuts, they can put their customer name there, and then amount collected, they could put just $10 or $20 and then just write a donation there, because then that would signal to us that the money should go directly to you. And The money should go directly to you, and it goes into your account. So a lot of opportunity here. One of the most successful ways to conduct this fundraiser is to have a adult in your family or a family friend bring it to their job or to their workplace. And sometimes they can collect multiple orders within their workplace setting. So whether it's an office, a store, or whatever it is, it's a great opportunity to get family involved. So there's a couple of weekends where you may see friends or family that you could ask. And a lot of people, because there is not a Krispy Kreme very close to us, take advantage of getting these because they're good. We actually will get them fresh and delivered from New York City. So a great opportunity to take advantage of this. If you are not going to Boston, again, you have no interest in going, this fundraiser can be used for other field trips. Like there's one for chorus later on, there's the Quasi trip. Take advantage of these fundraising opportunities because it means it does not have to come, the cost of the trip doesn't need to come from your family's pocket or their bank account. So again, those deadlines are written on there. You will get this form from your homeroom teachers in the morning. The last thing I wanted to quickly talk about is we have a lot of events at the end of the year, and we do fundraising throughout, as you can tell, to support these things. The 8th grade class hosts a holiday movie night. We did the first one last year. It was very successful. We did Home Alone. It's Friday, December 15th. It's $10 for a ticket. You come with your friends. We have concessions, and all the money that is raised at that event goes towards our promotion events at the end of the year. So that's not a fundraiser that goes directly to individuals, but it does support our class. I have another unique opportunities coming up in the year to do things. We also just got, I don't know if you could see them, but very cool West Rocks bracelets that just came in today that are going to be for sale. So a lot of opportunities for us to raise some funds to celebrate you guys at the end of the year. Dr. Reynolds, anything else?
No, just because of time, I do want to emphasize one: take advantage of this opportunity. We will have multiple events, and if you are able to fundraise and cut some of that cost, it's a good thing, and your family will thank you later. 2 is think about your behavior and your conduct. As we're fundraising for these events, we also want to make good choices that will enable you to actually participate in those events. If we make some bad choices and we aren't able to trust that you're going to make good choices at the Quasi field trip, at the Boston field trip, we may jeopardize the eligibility to go. So just think about, yes, fundraising. Yes, these events are really important as we go and do, but also our conduct from the minute we step in to the minute we leave, what we're doing on social media, all of those things also impact you having a great last 3 quarters to your 8th grade year. Listen, you are already into quarter 2. We're 3.5 weeks away from winter break of your 8th grade year in middle school. Lots of good things to happen. So, keep making good choices and understand that in order to have a good end of the year, we need to have a really good middle of the year too. So, with that, we are going to dismiss, and just give me a minute and we will announce grade 8 first today.
Just 2 quick things. I just want everybody to be aware that money should never prevent you from participating in any of these activities. So if there's some financial need, please talk to myself, Ms. Simone, Mrs. Amaral, Dr. Reynolds. We want you to be a part of it, and money shouldn't be an obstacle. Also, just keep in mind, teachers know this already, but students, you'll hear about this next week. We have some high school presentations about options for next year happening, some assemblies upcoming. So if you have questions about that, please reach out, but you're going to hear some presentations from all the local high schools so you can start thinking about your choices for next year. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.